Hello everyone, just wanted to say sorry about the abrupt ending to last week's episode of Dungeonbreaker. The final few minutes got lopped off by mistake, and I didn't notice. Whoopsie. Anyway, here they are, we found them. The ringmaster whoosh, cracks a whip, and everything stops. The roving mauler pauses, kind of like its head at a half canter. Your magic snuffs out. Farid lands on his feet, sort of slightly breathless, but otherwise fine.
I use minor illusion to make the sound of applause.
Yeah, you make the sound of applause. The ringmaster looks straight at you, reaches out as if to pinch something, and you feel a sort of jolt inside you. It's like he's picked up your minor illusion, and he goes, and the sound of applause is suddenly deafening.
Oh.
He's clearly pleased. But you have little time to savor the feeling as you are both wrenched, like you were before, not through the door you came through, but through a completely separate door, into another black room. Just
Amelia with them, presumably.
We'll find out as soon as we. But we'll cut back to the guards room right now. At this point, the Minotaur guard is just spaced out, just like staring at the wall. And like mooing contentedly to himself. You kind of get the idea that in exploring this delightful new way to sample the boozy delight of the Lictian, he's consumed rather a lot, rather quickly. He's sort of now got a bowl, and he's occasionally like, but he's sort of missing a bit. He's like,
Are we alone in this room with him?
Yes.
Clock him over there.
I was just checking to see what weapons I had. I think I'll just use the bowl and just whack him across the back of the head.
Okie dokie. Then make
Oops,
me.
Sorry, I meant to pat you on the back.
Make me. What a bowl? But a bowl's not a finesse weapon, so this would be a strength check.
So that's how you use it, I guess.
I love how most of our combat approach is like the Acme frying pan.
Yeah.
Just strength, was it? Not strength athletics?
Just strength. Yeah.
That's a 14.
It is enough. What is the damage on a bowl? This is a bowl from hell.
Improvised weapon.
Oh, it's so rubbish, the improvised weapon rules.
Yeah.
Like 1d4 plus 1, isn't it?
Strength
Like
or
that?
something.
Plus strength.
Yeah.
My strength is good, so I'll take that.
No, it's going to be 1d8 plus strength. It's a bowl from hell.
Hellbowl.
Mm-hmm.
Good craftsmanship.
Mm.
It's an improvised weapon, not an impoverished weapon. Come on.
That's an 8.
Okay. I'm going to need you all to roll initiative then.
I just want to knock him out.
Yes.
Yeah, Loli.
God damn
That
it.
is not enough.
Is there any chance I can react just as the Minotaur is reeling from this hit?
What are you planning to do? Let's see.
I would like to cast Command.
We're going to do this in the combat turn, I think.
All right.
I got 21.
So everyone roll initiative.
I'm gonna look for the stats for a cow on here.
Yep.
Well, I got 19.
Great.
7. I got 7.
We're not there.
Not
We're
you
not there,
two.
Dean.
It's just this
Oh
little
yeah,
room.
we're not there.
We're starting a new TV show somewhere else.
Mist, how did you roll?
21.
Oh, 21.
Wow.
You'll be pleased to know the guard rolled a 1, so...
Yes. Does that mean he skips a go?
No. Thank God. Tim, could you just tell me what you rolled, and then you can carry on looking for the stats for a cow.
I rolled a 19. I think I have a +1 for Dex, but
Okay.
that's Tim's stats, so I'll just let you take the 19, to be honest.
Okay, cool. Alright, then Mist, you are first. You have clonked a Minotaur around the head. He is slowly and drunkenly starting to get up from the cow sofa.
Okay, I found stats for the cow.
Okay.
I think that's just called a leather couch, by the way, Johnny.
Spoiler alert, they're not great.
I'm going to hit him with the ball again.
Okay, make me another strength attack, please.
You have claws.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Possibly
kill
more
him. I just want to
damage.
knock him out. He's my friend. Oh god.
You say having bludgeoned him over the head
Yeah.
with a bowl.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to knock him out so we can get on with our day. I got a 3 damage.
It's just like we
no,
wanna
you
leave
did-
a friend.
Oh, sorry.
That was
I
your
rolled
roll to
to hit. Sorry. Oh god. That's a 5.
You miss.
I think I go like... Yeah, I go like this, and then on the way back, I guess maybe he's like slumped over or something.
Yeah, the bowl kind of, because you're kind of gripping it in that, like, the rim of the bowl is in there kind of way. On the backhand,
Yeah.
you've got to exert quite a lot of pressure with your fingers to stop it slipping out. And so it puts you off. And you miss. More boss.
Hello.
Oh, missed from
I would suspect that I can't use command to make an enemy sleep, right? Because that would cross over into a sleep spell. I can't just use command as a... Alright. In that case, I'll get up and bonk him in the head with mace.
Okay, yeah,
Face
great.
the face!
Face to
Make me a
the
so
strength
long.
attack, please.
Was that sorry?
Please make an attack.
Alright. That's just... Oh, that's not good. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
You miss with the mace.
That
just
that'll-
say,
That used to be a thing as well. Forgot about
I didn't
that.
think
Tim,
I've hit
Tim the
anyone
Goblin
with mace.
Cow.
Okay. From what I can see here, the only full action I can really do is gore. I mean,
Yeah!
this cow doesn't have horns though, because it's like a cow, not a bull.
It's a bludgeoning gore.
Yeah, we'll just make it bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I'm gonna gore the minotaur then.
Okay.
So it's a melee weapon attack.
Gore that tour. Gore
Plus
that
6 to
tour.
hit.
Everybody go the Minotaur.
Or if I can do a charge as well. If the cow moves at least 20 feet straight towards a target and hits it with a gore attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 7 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
Bludgeoning damage.
So
Yes. Yeah, go
let's
for it.
say Tim is also going to charge
Okay.
and attempt to gore this minotaur. Okay, that's a 20. 14 plus 6.
Oh. Then
Oh.
yes,
Not a nat
you
20,
have
sorry.
hit.
So damage is 1d6 plus 4 plus 7.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh,
Why is this cow better at fighting than you, mate?
How appropriate. You fight like a dairy farmer.
So that is 8. Okay, that is 11.
Goodness.
no, 11 was
Wow.
7. Oh, yeah, sorry. So you roll a
No,
1.
no, hang on. That's more than that. Sorry, I rolled a 4 plus 4 plus 7. That's not 11.
14.
Uh,
No,
15.
yeah.
15.
Yeah.
15, yeah.
So... Wow. Yeah, this is hurt.
What the heck?
You hear
Yeah.
the cracking of ribs as the cow just like properly, like
He goes for it.
the Minotaur's torso sort of bends around the hulking great form of this cow, who, when sort of slamming on the brakes, sends him reeling off. Like he smashes into the wall and just lands face down, and slowly starts to get up because he is not quite dead.
Okay.
What he is going to do, that's interesting, isn't it? Let's try that.
Oh no.
Oh, seriously? Okay, so the Minotaur is going to stand up and he swings a great axe at Tim the Goblin Cow. What is your armor class, Tim the Goblin Cow? Cow Goblin? 10. Yeah, no, he doesn't hit. He's like in his frustration, he just sort of swings wild. In fact, I used the guard's reckless ability at the start of its turn, gaining advantage on all melee weapon attack rolls made during that turn. biffed it.
Yep.
And now all attack rolls against it have advantage until the start of its next turn. So everyone is now attacking this guard with advantage. I'm sure this will go great for it. Mist, it's you again.
Okay. I'd like to...
Bowl!
No. I'd like to...
Bowl him!
Bowled over.
I'd like to tackle him and try and put my paws on his face to try and like make him
Sleepy.
sleepy.
Suffocate?
Very sleepy. I don't want to
No,
kill
we've-
him. I just want to make him go unconscious.
We've been here before, and Cisco
Yeah.
ended up eating somebody's heart. Also, where's Cisco? That's a great
Yeah, that's
question,
a good
mate.
question.
Well, you don't know where Cisco is right now.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You think he came in behind you on the drawbridge, but you're not sure where he's run off to.
Probably in the kitchen.
Probably in the kitchen. Okay, so you're effectively going to try and grapple it, right?
Yes.
This will be a strength athletics check, please.
Oh, excellent. Oh man, that's a 10.
Okay, and let's see. It is not enough, I'm afraid.
Oh, but I have advantage,
the guard.
right?
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, hold on. Ah, that's a 20, not unnatural 20.
And then that is enough. Yes, you managed to grapple the guard, who's like, just like mooing frantically. You're having to sort of like make little breathing holes for its nostrils,
I'm
so
like,
otherwise it's
shh,
going to die.
Oh,
That's perfectly terrifying. More boss.
hello. I'm gonna hit it with a mace.
Yep.
Don't kill him!
Please make me an attack roll.
Kill it.
Deliberately hit with enough force to stun, not kill. I've set
You
my
can
mace
al-
to stun.
You can always elect to knock something out instead of kill it. You just have
Yeah.
to tell me that's what you want to do.
I
Say
realised
no,
last time I
please.
didn't even add my hit bonus, but it would have made a difference. I rolled a 16. That time I did add it.
That's a hit.
Alright, so damage is 1d6.
Plus plus your strength modifier.
Oh, okay, yeah. That'll be a 0. Oh no, that's a saving throw. I've got plus 0 strength, so
Oh, okay.
it is what it is. It's a 3. It's what
It's
it
a
is.
3. You give it a good whack on the shin. Nonetheless, like it, instead of reacting in rage like you thought it might do, it kind of just lets out a low like.
Oh.
Like this thing is really, really badly injured. The fight is quickly going out of it. Tim the Goblin, it's your turn.
Tim the Goblin is going to... yeah, he's just going to go over there and sort of stomp him in the gut with one hoof. I'm going to
Okay.
call this just a straight up melee attack, so
Okay.
it's not a gore.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll roll a d20 and add +4, which is a strength modifier,
Mhm.
to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 18 +4.
That's a hit.
22.
Roll me stomp damage.
I'm gonna say it's I'm just gonna say it's a d6.
Okay.
I'm sort of improvising here.
Yeah. I mean,
That's 2.
but with the strength mod, that's 6.
Yeah.
Are
Okay,
you
yeah.
trying to knock this guard out or kill this
Yeah.
guard?
No, it's non-lethal. It doesn't.
Kill it.
Okay. Then yeah, you sort of Tim the Goblin Cow or Cow Goblin sort of comes along and punches a hoof down into the chest of this guard, and then sort of holds him, sort of presses for a little bit just to be like, come on, and sort of I think you can press sort of the air out of its lungs, and I think it's probably it's basically just passes out because it's in quite a lot
Yeah.
of pain.
Tim as a cow is much more violent.
It's
Yeah.
it's not like you smash all the air out of it. It's more like you're just slowly pressing on its sternum.
Like
Yeah,
reverse
come on,
CPR.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh.
And, does anyone have rope?
Do you?
I actually don't.
Let
Oh.
me look in my
Oh.
let me look in my items because I might well do.
I do
Hmm.
not, but I have my bonds that I was tied in.
Oh yes!
I have
Can you
rope.
tie this guy up? Because I just don't... And I hide him somewhere so that it's not like really obvious when somebody walks in.
Mhm.
Help.
Tim has rope, by the way.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
we'll flash away from you all tying up this unconscious minotaur guard, and we'll go back to Farid and Fizz. The two of you, you're still in the dark. You can't even see your hand in front of your face. You can't really tell how big the room you're in actually is until the noise starts on the other side of the door. You hear sort of a loud banging noise. You hear a bestial roar, and you hear a woman's sort of outraged and slightly pained scream. The sort of echo of this ruckus coming from the room you just left sort of echoes off the walls of the room you're now in, and you realise you were in some vast part of the Lichtion, a really, really big room that, again, currently has absolutely no light in it. And despite the fact you can't see, you have a horrible feeling that when you went through the door, Amelia did not follow, and that she has failed to amaze the ringmaster. What will become of Amelia Montebank? We'll have to wait until next week's episode of Dungeonbreaker, or you can find out right now. Hello and welcome back to Dicebreaker, or should we say Dungeonbreaker. Last week you will remember that our heroes were still up a certain creek without a certain paddle, as they had tried to steal an enormous hammer from Baphomet, the Prince of Beasts, having infiltrated his palace, posing as guards. Some of our brave adventurers knocked a guard out, and we left them tying him up. He's going to be very sore in the morning when he wakes up. Whereas Fizz and Farid found themselves in a black room, while on the other side of the door, it sounded like Amelia Montebank was having a very bad day with a ringmaster and a roving mauler. And that's where we'll cut back in, because the two of you... you hear what sounds like, it feels like a couple of minutes of just crashing noises and roars and the crack of a whip and sort of grunts of exertion from all concerned in the room. And then with a tremendous crescendo, a sort of clattering of noise, all falls horribly, horribly silent. And then after a few seconds, you hear the turning of the door sort of bulkhead behind you. The door kind of is pushed open very gently, and you see sort of in the beam of light that comes through, Amelia Montebank steps through. She's holding a hand to sort of her hip where some blood has sort of blossomed between her fingers, and she's sort of got a thick sheen of sweat, but she sheathes a knife and sort of stands there as like, next time, make me a part of the choreography.
I mean, we didn't talk about it.
No. Well, turns out I didn't really feel like being a performing monkey anyway, so I guess let's just get on with things. She slams the door behind her, and as the door closes and you're plunged back into darkness, the light actually starts to grow in the room. There's no one identifiable source, but generally just sort of the ambient light in the room comes up enough that you realise that you are just in an enormous room. It's like the size of like a school gymnasium, and the floor is entirely covered in pebbles, and the walls are absolutely covered in well, you imagine if you could see the actual walls, they would be covered in sort of perches and shelves and little nooks and niches and stuff, but actually the walls are entirely covered with crows, and all of these crows are staring at you expectantly. On the far side of the room there is a door. That door is unlike the others that you have passed through so far. It has a handle, for all you handle fans out there, and beneath the handle is a very large ornate lock. In the centre of the room you find a very large tank of water. In that tank of water there is a key That key is tied to a cork, which floats on top of the water. Amelia looks up and goes, well, this is new. What now? Do we fight all the crows? You should be able to talk to them, shouldn't you?
I was about to say I speak Auran, which is a breathy, relaxed language that has been described as a slow exhaling of air. It was considered a dialect of Primordial, so that the creatures who spoke blah 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 birds say it.
Great.
So I'm just gonna, in a breathy primordial breath, say hello, or
Thank you very much. I was gonna say, get on with it.
with what?
It. All of the crows are speaking in unison, by the way. It's deafening. It's breathy, but it's very loud.
Okay, I whip around the
There's a
L2.
slight
I'm like, they're not being
breeze.
very helpful.
No, they're being perfectly terrifying, though, if you don't speak whatever that was. I can tell you that for nothing.
What was the water in again? Sorry, my bad.
The water's just in a very, very large tank.
Is it like a see-through sort of?
Yeah.
Like glass tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a fish tank.
And it's open on the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I can I cast detect magic on the tank?
Yeah. Seems normal enough. I mean, everything in here is slightly magic. You're in the realm of one of the Lords of Hell. But, seems like a pretty ordinary tank to you.
Okay. Right.
Nothing to stop you just sort of getting in there.
Well, Fareed, there's nothing to stop you just getting in there. I've done the magical test.
So I've been thinking this through, and I think, you're the one with the wings. You can flap.
Can't swim, mate.
You can. It's floating. It's floating. Look at it. I can see it right there. It's just floating
No.
on the top. You could just grab it with your
No.
claw, come back down. Bob's your uncle. We're out of here.
If you needed me to jump down a big hole at a slower speed than what would kill you, I'm your man. Water, not really my thing. Wet feathers, doesn't work, mate. And obviously she's been through the ringer already, so let's maybe leave Amelia out of this one.
Yeah, let's leave Amelia out of this one. have I got any coffee left? You hear us go, oh, bollocks. Left my satchel.
And she's left her satchel, mate, so I mean,
Right.
sounds like a job for Reed.
Okay. How tall is this?
Everything was in there.
So, how tall is this tank?
It's probably about 8 foot.
Oh, okay. It's not that tall.
high. It's like a security fence.
Oh,
type thing.
so I could
Give you a leg
jump
up.
and climb up into it. All right. Well, I mean, fine. I guess I could climb up. I'll grab it. It seems easy. I can see it floating. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like relatively cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna do it.
I give you
I
a
imagine you
leg
look
up.
majestic in water also. So.
Yeah, if you go under the water, you have to come out like this.
And
So
like
Fizzy
hairs
giving
whipping
Fareed a leg
around.
up.
Sorry.
That's all right. Fizzy giving Fareed a leg up.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment your fingertips touch the top of the tank, Fareed, the room explodes in a flurry of feathers and shrieking. What's your armor class?
15.
Oh, no.
What are they shrieking?
Peace off! Piss off!
You piss off.
You get absolutely mobbed. And I would like you to take
Is it because he's wearing feathers on his shoulder?
5 points of piercing damage, please.
Whoa.
Could be worse, genuinely, but 2 of those attacks missed.
Oh god.
But the crows explode and they're just like dive bombing you and like pecking at you, trying to get you off the edge of the tank. They're pecking at your fingers and just like.
Okay. So I think
are
I'd
you
try
letting
and
go?
pull.
Oh yeah,
try and pull
yeah.
him down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The second you let go, it's like a switch is flipped. They're just back to the walls, and then you just hear the same shout as before. Just get on with it.
Okay, I'm going to use acid splash to try and melt a hole in the base of the tank.
Okay.
And let the water flow out.
Okay. Sure. Oh, it just happens, doesn't it? Acid splash. It's I've got to do a saving throw, but it's a tank.
If you want the tank to do a dex saving throw, it'd be a 14.
I mean, lol, I actually rolled a 20. But, no, it's fine. The acid just hits it. So roll me the acid damage, please.
Okay, 1d6. 4.
It starts to hiss and bubble. And you're like, yeah, not too bad. The walls explode again. What's your armor class?
12.
Okay, amazing. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 14. So that would be... Oh, it's only 1 point of piercing damage for you there, Fizz. Amelia's kind of sat there. She's trying to patch her wound as best she can. She's like, yeah, I don't think toying with the tank is... I don't think they like it. I mean, I'm no expert. The chorus of "piss off" has finished, and now you hear "get on with it."
Right, get on with what? Because you can't just say it every now and again, right? Because it doesn't make any sense, okay?
Well,
You've put us in this weird room, murder of crows, and I don't really know what you want me to do.
Well, I mean, stop me if that's the key for the door, right?
No, oh, sorry, Amelia, I was talking to the crows. In fact, I'm not sure how you heard that.
Oh, you were saying it in
Orin.
Sorry,
yeah.
You just there's a pause, and then the crows just as one go, all right.
No, I'm sorry, but this is a very high stress environment that we find ourselves in, which obviously just comes out as.
So much horrible translation in this round.
Yeah.
Get the key.
Right, well, I'm trying to get the key, but you keep trying to kill us.
Stop messing with the tank.
Okay, well,
Okay.
has the so the acid didn't work? It's still full of water.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I cast as a
I hope you have
ritual.
a very big sponge.
I cast as a ritual, Johnny, for the first time in this entire Dungeonbreaker career, Unseen Servant.
Okay.
It takes me 10 minutes or so to cast it up,
Okay.
but it means I don't use a spell slot. So I've got an Unseen Servant. It creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends.
Okay.
So they can't see it,
Uh-huh.
hopefully, floating up to the top of the tank to try and grab the key.
Okay.
If that's okay.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, let's say it does manage to sort of float its way up to the top of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
But the water level is about 2/3 of the way down in the
Got
tank. So it's going to have to get in.
It's
Presumably.
yeah, it's got AC 10, 1 hit point, and a strength of 10.
Did you say this thing floats?
Yeah, it's a shapeless medium force.
Okay. AC 10, is it? Okay, I think you can all see, you sort of watch, you're like, just act natural, and then the cork kind of bobs, and then starts to move and starts to lift. And the crows go ballistic. Yeah, not a miss among them, and one of those was a 20. So I'm going to say comfortably they've done in
Wow.
1 hit point.
Okay.
In fact, one of the crows dive bombs in like a gannet. And there is a crunch, sort of softened by the sound of the water in the tank as it breaks its neck on the floor of the tank.
Jeez.
You see it underneath the water. There is a poof, like a feathery explosion, and it just separates out into feathers. And then high up on a perch somewhere, you probably don't see it. Just a crow just coalesces, and they're like, "Stop it!" Could you make me? Fareed, could you make me wisdom perception check, please?
Yes, I can.
Or I'll take an investigation check if you're so inclined.
I can do perception.
Okay.
No, it's a natural 1. Oh no.
Okay. How are we going to do this? You must. It's simple. You must just convince the crows that they're in love with you, and then they will fetch the key for you.
All right, Fizz. Just
I'm listening.
Just work with me here.
Okay.
Don't
all
get
right.
freaked out. But by
Yeah,
what
no.
I'm
Okay, look,
about to do.
I've tried a few things. They haven't worked. You know, Amelia's obviously preoccupied with the old bleeding out the gut thing. So let's talk about this. What do we need to do?
We need the crows to
Yeah.
fall in love with me. Right. Now, you can translate for me whilst I try and flirt with them.
Right.
Hopefully I'll throw out some one-liners. It'll work.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, I know hell's tough, but I've been on a fair few dates down here. I think I've got the gist of it. So
Fair play. Yeah.
yeah, just just okay.
Fareed, I need you to listen to me earnestly here, okay? I love it.
Right, I think we'll pause there and we'll cut back to the other room where you now have a Minotaur guard safely trussed up, having had the crap beaten out of him by a tabaxi, a tiefling, and a cow.
How big is the container for the alcoholic milk?
Huge.
Okay, can we upturn it and just slot it over the unconscious?
Do you not think that would be really
Minotaur.
obvious? Anyway, actually,
It just looked like he had a great time, right?
yeah,
Oh, I wish
It's
Tim
fine.
could talk right now.
yeah. Miss,
yeah.
say that. Miss, we'll just do it.
Okay, make me a strength check, Morboss. over.
Okay.
Tim is gonna moo, but nobody understands what he says.
Okay.
So
I rolled a,
Move.
I rolled a 3.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is not enough. Morboss is like, stand back. And like,
Um,
you've
As
I-
he
got
goes to lift it, he's like,
a big
I've come up
vein
with a
standing
better
out on your
plan.
I think I
forehead.
see what more of us is trying to do, and I have a go at it.
Okay, yeah, just make me a strength check.
Tim is just gonna go over to the Minotaur and like nudge him with his like snout, I guess. And go and just go moo. And then look over at the chair and go moo. Look over the mug he was drinking from and go moo. And then that's it.
Okay, insight checks please from the two of you to see if you can understand.
Are
what
they
Tim
even
the
paying
Goblin's getting
attention
at.
if they're upturning a bowl right now?
I mean, okay, right. Well, let's do the bowl first.
I rolled a
And then
6
we'll see
for
what-
that, so don't worry about
You're on
that.
a 6 for that.
17
It's
on
heavy.
insight.
You're starting to suspect it is just infernally locked in place.
Hmm.
Like in all of those chaotic evil restaurants where they bolt the chairs to the floor. So you're like, oh, I'll just tuck in and eat this burger. Oh, I can't.
How?
So now make me
5.
wisdom insight checks. 5.
Yeah.
I got
this is-
17 insight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Mist, you are certain Tim the Goblin is suggesting you. Not as. Yeah, you waterboard the Minotaur guard in horrible booze. That's what you're getting from this. You're like, oh, we should just give him a good old ducking. Morboss, you have an idea that Tim is actually suggesting, if I've got this right, that you should just put him in a chair, maybe secure him, but just make him look like he drank so much he passed out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what the Tim is saying. Yes.
Okay, I kind of nod and go, oh, I see what the cow's getting at. I'd like to rope the guard to a chair, and then lift up the guard on the chair, and put the guard on the chair inside the container. Assuming that, like, the guard isn't going to drown.
The
Like,
guard's
it's
not going to drown.
Okay,
no.
right.
The guard, it's going to look like the guard is having a nice bath.
Yeah.
That's
inside
tied up to
all
a
of
chair.
their plonk. Okay, so a strength athletics check from you, please. Misty, you going to pitch in, or are you sort of just watching?
I think I'm just kind of watching. I don't
Okay.
think I know what's really going on anymore.
I will say that cow statistics show intelligence is the 2. I don't know whether this is the tricky thing with druids. Like, I'm pretty sure they take on all the stats of the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm questioning as to whether Tim would even be able to think up the idea with intelligence score so low.
I think it's feasible that you can still act as Tim the Goblin.
Okay.
Like, I think it's okay for you to communicate those types of things. It's just that when you have to roll, you have to make an intelligence check.
Okay,
'Cause
right.
I wouldn't ever make you roll to just turn to them and say, "Oh, I think we should do this." In many ways, the test came from them doing an insight check to see if the message was clear.
Or in this case, turning them and saying, move.
Yes. Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, how was your strength check, Morboss?
11.
That'll do it. Your target is not resisting on account of being
Really?
unconscious. Yeah. Now your target is unconscious and wet because they are in the booze bowl. Just sort of.
Should we? There was a really long hall. Do you reckon the hammer is in one of the rooms? We could just check all of the rooms.
You saw how many doors there were, right?
I don't know. It didn't seem like a lot. We weren't walking for very long.
No, we were flying through a corridor made of doors.
Yeah.
Okay, you go and start looking. I'll stay here. I'll watch the guard.
Well, I am the commander, and so you're actually the one who's in trouble here. So you should probably tie yourself back on to Tim and come with me.
Fine, I'll come and help you.
Tim is
Get me
also
killed
gonna...
one way or the other.
Tim is going to look around, trying to see if he can see something, and then go, moo. Inquiringly, moo.
It looks like Tim's on board. Let's go.
He's going to look back at the door they came through, and then look back at the others, and moo.
I think he wants us to go through that door. Come on.
Fine.
Okay, so which door are you going through? You going through the door you came in or a different door?
The door we came in.
Okay. You re-emerge in the corridor.
Okay. I just go across the way and open the door on the other side.
Just like Scooby-Doo in here.
Yeah.
Okay. All of you are pulled forcefully into a room. You kind of like, again, it's not that you were there to see it, it's the same thing that happened earlier. Like, turn, spin. You are all, yeah, absolutely, like, you just, like, pulled into a room, and as you go, there is a sickening lurch as you go in, and you feel gravity reverse, and suddenly you are stuck to the ceiling.
Oh, that won't do Tim's several stomachs any good.
You all get a terrible, horrifying sense of vertigo. And it doesn't get any better once you start examining the room around you, which is just a mess of staircases and ladders seemingly to nowhere and fragmented bits of architecture. It's like an M.C. Escher painting. You are just in a really weird maze of just white stone. And you kind of... You get the feeling you're like, the labyrinth you went through before now feels like it's an in-joke that Baphomet indulges in. Because he's like playing up to the stereotype. But the puzzles he actually seems to enjoy are far stranger. And... Yep.
I would like to, I've obviously been doing that, like, abyssal mooing thing, throughout the last while. And I would like to just repeat one of the ones from earlier, hoping that I say something that makes sense into the void, and hope that someone can hear me and realizes I'm the commander.
Okay. What exact message are you sending? You're just repeating one you learned before?
Yeah.
Okay.
About as well as you can remember it.
Yeah.
You hear a tremendous thud from inside one part of this enormous sort of twisting labyrinth. It's a big enough thud to send a little shockwave through the stone at your feet. and then you hear a roar. And while it does sound recognisably like that coming from a minotaur, there is no intellect there. It is all beast. You get the feeling that the minotaur in the labyrinth it's the real deal. It's like, this is the minotaur in the labyrinth, and you are in the danger. It's the immediate feeling you get.
The danger
So-
zone.
Morbus speaks Abyssal, so what did Miss say?
Mist said, like, it was basically like, fall in, eyes front. And what you heard back was just a completely senseless bellow of rage and hunger and bloodlust.
Morbus turns to Miss and is like, I'm right here, I speak Abyssal.
What? I wasn't talking to you.
What is I? We're going to die here. I wish I should have stayed in the bush.
Tim looks over at all the stairs and the ladders, moves mournfully, and then turns back into Tim. So he's not a cow anymore. And
See
he
how
says,
loud your
I
mournful
figured
mood was."
if we were attempting to climb all these stairs and ladders, being a cow probably wasn't the best idea.
Well, famously, you'd only be able to go up and not down again.
So actually, in a room like this, it might not have been an issue. But anyway, the mournful lowing sound you made rouses another roar from deep inside the labyrinth, and you think, perhaps 'tis time to move.
Can I use, because we established in a previous art that Morbus has some knowledge of hellish or Avernus architecture. Can I
This is very
use my
true.
insight into said architecture to work out
Yes.
where we might be able to go?
Yeah, give it a roll.
Would that be just insight, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
There are lots of different fragmented bits of architecture around you. There's a staircase going. I mean, you don't even know if it would count as up. There's sort of a spiral staircase going one way. There's a ramp another way. The fireman's pole, 100%, absolutely the right place for you to go. Do it now. Everyone on the pole. No time to think. Everyone, pole. Brilliant. We'll be out of here in a second.
All right, I do it now.
You get on the pole. You shoot upwards, which then becomes sideways because again, it's this. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
It's one way to separate the party more.
18.
Okay, you are not sick, but what happens is you sort of shoot upwards, which then feels like it's sideways, and then somehow you're going down again, and you land on your feet, but you're not where you were. You can see what feels like a straight line to the others, because it's the pole from here to there, and there they are. But they're also over there somehow, and you don't really understand, and you're trying not to think about it too much, because if you do, you will be sick. All you know is you're on a small platform. It's more like a plinth. And there are stairs, again, sort of going up and down, and there are spiral bits, and there's like all sorts. There's one bit, it's kind of like a soft play area. There's 2 rollers you have to squeeze through.
Oh wow!
I know, right? But you notice that several of these paths, you think if they do play ball with your eye line, you think they'll head to some sort of door.
Okay.
You're not entirely sure.
And I've got line of sight to Mist and Tim.
Yeah.
So come on then.
Tim is going to put his hand around his mouth and yell. Are you alright there, Morbus? I can see you. I can see you over there.
Yes. Just get over here. Like, stop talking to me. You want to get killed by a minotaur?
You want us to get on the pole?
Yes. Oh God, I wish I turned back into a cow.
So Mist and Tim, what are you doing?
Tim gets on the pole because Morbus said get on the pole.
Okay. Mist?
So
I'm
he
gonna
leaps
wait and see what happens to Tim on the pole.
Okay. Tim, do you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah, can do that.
Yeah, no worries, son. Yeah. Forget about it.
That is an 11.
Okay. It actually works because the fist that comes swinging through sort of a gap in the architecture, it's kind of swinging blind. But you shoot up the pole, and just as you go zip, and then the section you were on just gets punched out of existence by this enormous, like, fist with sort of black claws and sort of like cowhide, basically. It's just like if a cow balled up a fist because it had hands and punched a pole that's sort of made out of white marble out of existence. That's what it would look like. Mist, you're there like kind of watching this happen, and then sort of in a continuing theme of hellish architecture, the fragments slow and freeze, and then they knit themselves back together, and the pole is complete again, and you hear a roar that shakes the air around you from this seemingly colossal minotaur that is quite keen on punching Tim the Goblin in the face. You gonna get on the pole?
I'm gonna get on the pole now.
Okay. Maybe a Constitution saving throw.
It's awful fun on the pole.
Constitution saving.
So it's Tim where Morboss is now?
Yes, yeah, he's on the.
Did
he's
he
on the
have
phone.
to do that as well, or is he going to be sicky?
Yeah, do me a Constitution saving throw as well.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you're alright.
That is a 8.
Kombucha everywhere.
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
everywhere. Tim like basically does a superhero landing, but instead of like a hand and a knee hitting the dirt, it's puke. Just like
Stretch out. Yeah.
just bunders, just throws up. Where are you going next? There are stairs down, there are stairs up, there's soft play rollers, and there's a spiral staircase that you don't know what direction you'd want to call it. You'd think you'd call it. Yes.
I think I throw myself into the rollers because I get very excited about the prospect.
Brilliant.
Head first.
Yeah, what is this? Get your own back.
Presumably there's room to pass through the rollers. It's not like a...
Oh yeah.
Like
No,
a
it's a
closed
tight
mangle.
squeeze, but
Oh yeah, I think I like leap and like a cat, kind of just like go through the center, like.
yeah. I mean,
how
these are
natural.
clearly made of stone, but they're also slightly yielding. It is like being in a soft play area where it just kind of compresses you in a way that's like daring but not alarming. You know, the way we're like, oh, it feels funny. I'm
Tim is going to see Miss doing this after throwing up. And he's going to say, oh, I'm not at all sure about that at the moment.
Mist, on the other side, you realise there is a diving board. And below you, I say below you, you've got a diving board and there's sort of a drop below you. And what you're hoping is that the ball pit on the wall over there corresponds. Because if it doesn't, you're in an awful lot of trouble. This ball pit, by the way, is like everything else. It's beautiful, white, polished stone. It's like marble.
Doesn't sound like it's going to be too good to land in that either.
I jump on
Who
the
knows?
diving board and jump right in.
What should do?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Maybe another
the
Constitution
intro to
saving throw.
DuckTales.
That's 13.
Okay, there is a horrible, horrible moment as you keep plunging. You're like, oh, I got this very wrong. I got this very, very wrong. And then suddenly, whoop, you flip. And you land in... again, it's a soft landing. It doesn't hurt at all. But you land in a pit full of solid stone balls.
Come in! It's
Tim-
lovely and warm!
Why is it warm? What have you done?
From way over...
It's hell! Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you didn't throw up, so that's good. From somewhere way, way over there, you can hear Mist telling you to hurry up. Whereas all you heard from that direction was just like... as she sort of leapt off.
I don't know where she's going. more boss? Do you think she went through the rollers and now she seemed to be over there? I'm very confused, I must admit.
Morbus doesn't say anything. He just flicks some of the vom off of his cleric robes, and is just like, "Follow me at a distance," and just goes through the rollers. But not in a way that suggests he's having any kind of fun.
I
Just
imagine
in a,
him like
very
clambering
utilitarian
through.
way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining he goes sideways,
Yeah,
so he spends
that's
the least
exactly-
amount of time.
Yeah.
And then when you get out the other side, you do a full roll, so you actually land on your hands and knees, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, a parent begrudgingly entering the soft play area to have to try and
Yeah.
chase their child because it's time to go home.
You've got a jug of orange squash and some plastic cups.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Tim is gonna, having recovered from his sickness, is going to fling himself through the rollers, like catapult himself through.
You skid land. You're like, poof. You actually come to a stop just inches from the edge of the diving board. And the two of you are sizing up the same sort of, like... Okay, that goes down, but where does it end up?
And then you see me in the ball pit. Jump!
Tim, would you like to test a theory?
Well, I've always had a bit of a curious scientific mind.
Wonderful.
So-
Push Tim off the diving board.
Tim, you get pushed off a diving board.
I guess he goes wherever the wind takes him,
Yeah.
really. Like,
Cool. What sort of noise do you make? Just go like, ooh? Or...
yeah, probably like an extended. Oh!
Excellent. So you drop and then you flip, and suddenly you are hurtling towards Mist, the Tabaxi.
Do I have to make another constitution?
Can I try and
check
catch
or-
Mist?
You do, yes. Yeah,
Tim.
You are Mist.
Sorry.
Yes.
How?
Make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, that's better.
That's a 9.
That is a 19. Don't worry, Mist. You're alright.
Okay. Yeah. You're still fine, Mist. But yeah, you Tim the Goblin lands without being sick all over you, which is a boon. Morbos, you hear a sudden roar, and you see another. Like you look left and inwards. You feel like it's the best way you could describe it, but sort of you see a fist slowly swinging its way up to the platform where you are.
I think Morbos stumbles backwards off the platform. Like, it's not
Okay.
a brave, I'm going to dodge this. It's more of a frightened, accidental slip.
Trip over
Okay,
your
maybe
ropes or something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Make me a dex saving throw, please.
That's 11.
It'll do it. You drop Constitution saving throw.
Hey.
That is a nat 20, so that's 22.
Oh, right. You are like the vomit that's on your robes cleans itself off as you land gracefully in the ball pit, and you are absolutely fine. Like you feel better than ever. No fear of being sick here.
Tim, during this time, Tim's been slowly sinking into the ball pit to the point where now you can just see his ears popping out. And you can just hear, oh, I don't know how far this goes.
Excellent. All right, we will leave you there as Mr. Morbos sort of watch Tim sinking, and start to wonder if it truly is possible to drown in a ball pit. And we will cut back to the Room of Crows.
All right, Fareed, you know the plan.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, which of these crows looks the naughtiest?
That's not a question I ever expected to hear.
Find one that's proper promiscuous looking.
I mean, they're one of you,
That one's
so I
wearing
mean,
barely any feathers.
who would you be attracted to the most?
Whoa, hold on now, son.
I mean,
God, I don't ask which monkeys you humanoids are attracted to, do I?
fair point. Let's go for that one. It's just right there in the middle. You know what one?
Oh yeah. Oh, I see which one you picked. Yeah, all right.
All right.
Didn't realise that's what you're into. Okay, so
Oh
we
my
kind
God.
of sidle up. I'm just sort of dragging Fareed with me. I think Amelia's probably got her head in her hands somewhere over the distance.
I'm unbuttoning one more button from my shirt just to
Whoa!
properly get the chest out. Just be like,
What?
all right.
All right, Farid, you feed me a line and I'll translate.
Oh no.
You're looking mighty feathery today.
I don't know if I can live through this.
Make me a charisma persuasion check.
Who?
I don't know. Let's call it Farid.
9.
I can make one as well, right? Because we're tag teaming it.
Do not
No.
say that.
No. Yeah. You just hear, is that supposed to be funny?
Well, he's not familiar with our customs, us birds. So
Sounds like he'd like to be.
oh, let me tell you. I mean, let me see if he's got anything else he wants to say to you.
I'm gonna. You come here often?
Farid, you got to be working better with me there. I mean, it seems like they're literally bound to this plane.
Make me a charisma persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh no!
I'm not translating that. We can do better than that.
I'm trying to think.
So wait, Fizz, you actually literally refusing to translate?
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay,
like,
okay,
you need to give me something better than that.
Okay, all right, cancel that
Okay.
check then.
Okay, hang on. You just need to go back to my youth. Go back to the good days. What it was like on Earth. What worked? Okay.
Look, I know it's probably been a long time since you've been in a normal dating scenario, but I need you to be as courteous as possible.
Okay.
Which I'm going to assume is a word.
It is.
You've got your eyes are heavenly. Oh shit.
Oh god. Read
now,
the room.
would that be offensive in hell?
Fizz doesn't have time. Fizz, if you want to make an insight check for that,
Yeah.
you can.
Why
but-
not? I got a 13.
Yes, it would be offensive.
All right, I flip it on its head, and I say your eyes are looking hellish tonight, but from Farid and of course in the breathy vocals.
Yeah, charisma persuasion check, please.
Every time you make those noises, you sound like a Star Wars alien.
I got 9 again.
Oh, Dean!
Right,
Poor game.
tell him I'm gonna peck his eyes out if he doesn't stop this.
Wait, do you mean the good kind of pet your eyes out or the bad kind?
But wait, you can never tell with these ones, can you? I'm going to maim him.
Right, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I turn to Farid, mate, this isn't working. It was a great plan. It was a really good plan, but I don't think we've got the wherewithal to pull it off.
You hear a voice. Well, it's Amelia. She sat down and she's just a bunch of the pebbles on the floor. She started taking and stacking on top of each other. She goes, "What the hell are you doing? Why does it sound like they're about to attack you?"
Listen, Amelia, all right, it's really nice that you've got a nice little stone castle being built over there, all right? But we've got something important going on over here. And then he pauses for a second. He's like, "Oh, yeah. No, I mean, we were just distracting them so that you can carry on with your very good plan, which I already know that's a good plan because I'm very intelligent."
Amelia picks up a stone, walks over to the tank, lifts a hand, and just
Well,
drops it in.
Unless she's 8 foot tall, I imagine she does that.
Well, she kicks it. And you hear, and the crows do nothing.
Yeah, excellent, Amelia. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Crack on. Actually, do you know what? It doesn't seem they're bothered. Will help. I start lobbing stones in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to avoid the glass.
It takes you a while.
Yeah, I imagine.
But yes, eventually the water level is high enough that the cork and key is now sort of floating. And there's like surface tension holding it in. Amelia's like, oh, what do we do now? Do we sort of just make it spill over?
Yeah.
Do we keep going?
Just keep chucking them in. Eventually, it will spill over the top, right?
Sounds right. I mean, better than flirting with the birds, I guess.
Yeah, but obviously Fareed, he sort of like nudges him in the chest. Like, obviously, yeah, that was just a distraction, though.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know,
just distraction.
That wasn't part of the key part.
Well, it seems to have worked, and frankly, I just fought 5 lions in one, and I'm not that keen on fighting all of these crows.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you finish this, just in case?
All right, well, here we go. I think I get like a collection of stones, so that I can get like one big splosh, which will hopefully like shoot it over, and I just lob them in.
Yeah, they kind of. You hear sort of water starting to hit the floor as the tank begins to overflow, and the stones you throw in creates enough of a bow wave that the cork starts to slowly float, and then with a ting ding 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 onto the pebbles, the key falls over, and the crows as one go, bloody hell.
Meanwhile, Fizz says, "Yeah, first time."
Wow.
The way forward seems to be clear. You have the key. You have a door.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get
Let's
out
go.
of here.
All right. Amelia's sort of backing up, watching the crows, sort of nervously.
I
follows you to the door.
I pat Amelia on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry about it, mate. Bunch of prudes."
As you put the key in the door and start to go through the room, you hear all the crows go, "Pervert!" You emerge into a courtyard. The courtyard has a lovely green lawn, bisected by a crisscross path, because in the middle of it, it's not a fountain, it's some sort of plinth. And on this plinth is some sort of enormous hammer. We'll go back to the weird topsy-turvy playground now. So, Tim the Goblin is sinking into a ball pit of unknown depth at a comedic but still relatively alarming rate.
I'd like to just put my hand in and just like try and grab him by the collar. Like, yeah, pull him out.
Like his sack collar, yeah.
Yes, might be slightly too fancy a stitching term.
Oh,
for the
I didn't
clothes
even
that
mean
Tim's
like
wearing.
clothes collar. I meant like
Oh, like the
back
rock.
of the
scruff,
yeah,
yeah.
the scruff. I'm a cat.
like a mama cat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, you can scruff Tim the Goblin, that's fine.
Please don't use the claws.
No.
Oh. Yeah, you've scruffed Tim the Goblin. Tim's kind of
Okay.
just like half out of the ball
Stick him
pit,
in the
just like,
papoose.
Wait, how deep are you? Where's the papoose in level to how high the balls are?
You're probably like
Yeah.
that. Like all below that is ball pit.
Thank you very much.
What next? What now, more boss?
Is there a set of steps? Obvious steps?
It's more of a so yes, there's a set of steps. There's also a crazy spider cargo net.
I jump in that.
And
Yeah, I
There's-
knew which one.
yeah, fine.
Go
There's
for.
also like a travelator.
More
One of those
boss.
really annoyingly, boringly long ones that you get at airports.
Yeah, but then they make you walk really fast like you're a superhero.
That's true.
More boss rolls his eyes like, I've told you we need to go. We can come back afterwards.
After you've had your dinner.
Come on, we're having fish fingers and peas and chips,
Yes!
sausages and chips and beans.
So yeah, I think more boss just starts walking off.
Okay. Oh wait, you're not going up the crazy cargo net?
No, I'm going out the stairs. Morboss would never be seen climbing a net.
Okay. So Mist, you're going up the cargo net.
Yeah.
Tim the Goblin.
Is in the papoose.
I mean, I'm in the papoose. I've had no choice in this matter.
Yeah,
I'm going where Mister's going. Tim is gonna say, by the way, does anyone know where Cisco is? I haven't seen him in a while. Well, I hope he's all right. No. Well, I assume he's.
The dinosaur's this way.
I mean, I'm in the papoose, mate.
I
I'm
know.
going up the crazy
Yeah, Morboss doesn't falter
climby
in
thing.
his step. It's just he's had enough of it.
Okay. Morboss, you continue up the stairs and you end up on a landing, and then there is a door with a plaque above it. The plaque reads, "New recruits." Yep, carry on.
I mean, I think I'd just open it. I'd just be like, "Are you coming or not? This is your last warning. I'm not going to tell you again.
Mist?
Don't make me come and get you."
I'm like hanging upside down in this thing now, looking at him.
Tim's like ears are flopped back as well because he's upside down. And he says, maybe it could be a good idea to go with him, Mist.
You can see above, at the top of the cargo net, there is a little landing, and then there's just an open doorway into a room that seems to be getting. Well, you wouldn't call it sunlight. You're in hell. It seems to be getting outdoor light. It seems to be an open space.
But this way is out. It's outside.
Can Morboss open the door just a crack and have a look?
Sure.
I'd like to do that.
Okay, you get sucked into a room.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew.
You enter a room. There are lots of people in robes. These robes, you notice, are of the exact same cloth that sort of hangs off the minotaur guards in sort of shreds and little tiny loinclothy vestiges. It is clear that that is what those garments used to be. And a man stands there going, "Oh, hello, welcome. You've missed the welcome briefing, but well, I can see you've already got horns, so you're well on your way. Welcome to the cult of Baphomet. We're so glad that you decided to join on capture rather than being thrown into the torture pit."
Yes, that's right. I've just been sent back to get. Can I look around and see if there is literally any object I can pick up?
Yeah, there's loads of stuff around the room. It's like scrolls, there's a tiern, there's like some croissants.
I pick up the tiern
Whoa.
and say, "I've just been sent back to get this, so I need to take it to." I'd like to improvise the name of a minotaur that sounds relatively minotaurish.
Okay. Make me a charisma persuasion check, please.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I got a +5 in charisma, but I rolled a 4, so it's a 9 in total.
Well, what would Lothar the Destroyer want with the tiern? And anyway, we booked it out. We booked out this meeting room and we hired the tiern.
Don't stop me. It's going to get cold. You know Lothar doesn't like his tea cold.
No, it isn't. We're in hell.
And you'll be in deeper hell if you stop me doing the duty I've been sent to. You know what they do.
To people like us in hell, yes I do. Don't you
Exactly.
preach the scripture to me, new recruit.
Just let me go. Look at the horns. Look at the tea.
No, I'm trying to help you. If you try and go back through the eternal labyrinth, you'll either get smashed by the Minotaur, or it will be cold on arrival. Everybody knows, which is the quickest way to Lothar's office. There's a chorus of voices that go, "Through the courtyard! Through the courtyard!" It was in the morning briefing. This is why punctuality is important.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the morning briefing. I was too busy polishing my horns. Which way's the courtyard?
Look, none of us want to know how you got here. The point is you are here. You're in hell, and there are rules. Now, as it is, we're about to start the tour, and the courtyard is the first stop. So, you know what? Do you think you might like to reconsider my offer of help and welcoming you into the fold, or are you just going to try and bluster your way up the ranks into full minotaur from the get-go?
I didn't get where I am today by accepting help, but I'll come with you.
That's very gracious of you. What is your name, anyway?
It's what's? Oh no, wait. I'm a tiefling. I'm not dressed as a minotaur. It's.
Yeah, they know you're a tiefling.
It's Savage Mc. No.
It's Savage Muck.
Go on.
Okay, it's. I just say something in abyssal. It's.
Savage McHardhitti. Savage McHardhitti. Everyone in all of the initiates go, Savage McHardhitti. Oh.
Yes, that's the one.
Right, well, we are going on the tour, and I suppose we should go to the courtyard. Bring the tea urn if you must.
I will.
Then let's get on with it.
I fall into rank. Or...
You get led off. You fall into rank. Lots of the other initiates sort of pull up hoods on their robes and they sort of clasp their hands. You seem to be excused this because you're carrying a tea urn and you've got massive tiefling horns already. But there's you have a sort of an initiate next to you who starts walking, and then after a few seconds looks at you and goes, "Prig, don't get me in trouble." And everyone's kind of like, "Oh, ooh." Everyone's doing sort of like low abyssal mutterings to themselves, moving forward in a like sort of a monkish procession. Mist and Tim the goblin, you gain the top of the platform, and you see that indeed there is an outdoor element through this doorway. It leads to some sort of courtyard, and there's a lovely lawn. And it's bisected by two paths in a sort of crisscrossy pattern, because it's not really a fountain in the middle, it's more of a plinth, and on the plinth there's a massive hammer, and on the other side of the massive hammer, on the other side of the courtyard, you can see three of your friends.
I wave frantically, guys!
Tim's also waving. He says, "Hello everyone, we found you. We don't know where Morboss went."
I think I dragged the other two like down into a crouch on the grass and cast minor illusion to shrug myself up again.
Okay. So they're all... everyone is minor illusioned as a shrub.
Yeah, we're all huddled together in a shrub.
Spoils. You hear from the other side of the courtyard, you hear a low muttering from a lot of voices. And you hear, and here we have the courtyard. It's a lovely courtyard, as you can see here. It's got our lovely hammer. It's got lovely wide open space. You're free to come and go as you see fit during your leisure hours, although please keep off the grass. It's incredibly difficult to maintain because we are... Where are we? Cultists go in hell.
Oh gosh! Do you still look like a minotaur?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But you yelled that in common, presumably.
Well, can I understand what he's saying? Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, he was yelling in common.
Okay,
Oh,
then
okay.
I shouted that.
It's it's kind of like how like the Catholic Church doesn't speak in Latin all the time.
Like, while I said it, I did like an air punch, and I was like, "In hell!" Like that.
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm still sounding
Who
like
said
that.
that?
Does...
Oh, you're... Oh, God, Commander. Hello. Sorry, we didn't mean to disturb you.
Very well.
Tim is just sat there in the papoose, not really sure what to say or do.
What is this? What is this captive you have? Why is it in a sling?
Fascinating, isn't it?
I suppose, yes. Would you... Is it a new order from our Lord Baphomet?
It is none of your business, my friend. It's my pet.
Charisma.
And I pat it.
Give me a charisma persuasion check, please.
Persuasion.
Tim is just grinning. He thinks this is great.
That's a 14. It's not a good face, is it?
I think you'll find it is my business.
Yes, you're right.
While technically you do outrank me, this is my domain, the courtyard.
I'm very sorry. I was only joking with you. It's my pet.
But that's literally what you said a moment ago.
Yeah, well, yes. It's...
But that doesn't make sense.
Well,
Tim is gonna he's gonna cotton on to maybe what Miss is trying to do, and he's gonna start acting as vicious and intimidating as he possibly can.
Okay.
I would like to
He's
cast
like-
minor illusion on Tim to make like his fangs look longer and his eyes look angrier, and just look more
Great.
menacing whilst he's doing this.
Yeah, you know, like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Like that sort of energy. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Make me a charisma performance check or intimidate check, I suppose.
Oh
You
wow,
can
this
have
isn't gonna
advantage.
be good. I can guarantee it.
You can have advantage on this.
Okay. Well, my intimidation is -1. But
Yo.
he's not. Yeah. I mean, he's not very charismatic, but he's not very intimidating either. Oh wow, that's not very good. Even with advantage, that's a 3.
Oh god.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wow. You hit the sort of cultist leader. It's like, what a ridiculous pet! Look, it's stupid. And all the cultists are like, ha ha, stupid.
This is
it's
why I like it. It makes me laugh.
Fair enough. Well, you can do as you wish, of course. But everyone, this is the courtyard, which of course means it's time for more instruction. Everyone, get out your tablets of wax and sit down. They start to sit down. So this 3-hour course will cover the very first basics
No.
of your duties as cultists to our Lord Baphomet.
Would like to cast sleep.
Okay,
Wow. That's a lot of people you're gonna try and sleep.
it's a lot.
I'm
You
gonna
have to do pretty well on this.
I'm gonna start with the teacher. With the main
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, fine. Roll me. Is it how many d8? Is it 4 or 5?
I think it's 5. I actually should look this
5.
up.
How many people are in the group, by the way?
About a dozen.
Oh, okay.
Call it 13. You made it. You made it 14.
How does it say it? Oh.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
how sleep works.
I'm gonna. Can I use a? Wait. Oh no. Hold on. I can't. Never mind. I'm pretty sure it's 5d8, but I can't see it anywhere. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. It increases at higher levels, but I think 5 is correct
Yeah.
for now.
27.
27.
At least if the main guy falls asleep, then you can just be like, "Oh,
This
thank
guy's
God!
fucking
Yeah,
up.
let's
Yeah.
let's go.
The main guy-
Let's go let loose."
The main guy and 2 more cultists do fall asleep.
I kind of
So-
shrug and laugh and go, he made himself go to sleep. What a silly Billy.
The other cultists are like, ha 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 ha. But they're not really sure what to do, and they're just sat there with their tablets being like,
Lunchtime!
"Oh, okay. And they're sat there like, what now?
Lunchtime.
Get your fat lunches out.
If you follow
Where?
that door there and take the 368th door to the left, that should bring you to the canteen. Enjoy.
Charisma persuasion check, please.
Oh,
God.
no.
And that's for
I
all 10
love
of them, right?
14.
I love just lunchtime.
I'm like, oh, all right. We thought we were having a lesson. Should we go in formation?
Oh yes, always.
Make sure you hold hands.
Yes, hold hands of your neighbor and keep track of your buddy.
They start going through the doorway. They start to proceed. Obviously, yeah, go on.
As all of them are going on, so all of them are leaving other than the ones that are asleep.
Yep.
Can I hand the tea urn to the one on the end and just be like, oh, Lufar, whatever the name was, they're down that way. Do you mind delivering this on the way? They're the 400th door on the right.
I suppose. Oh, it's hot. Ah! You forget that you're a tiefling. You've handed him a scalding urn.
Oh.
There's no way.
But he doesn't have
forgot.
much. He doesn't have much time to complain because as they start to process towards the door, one of them just spin, and every last one of them gets sucked through a door, which bangs closed. You think on the other side of the door, you hear a voice say, "Amaze me," followed by a roar, but you're not entirely certain. However, there are still two cultists and the main cultist guy on the floor. They wake up because sleep lasts for a minute, and you hear the main cultist goes, "I knew it! You're not very nice at all. I don't even think you are part of this organization. The intruders! Kill them!" he says to the cultists.
Can I quickly cast Charm Person while this is happening? While the cultist leader
Johnny,
is
it's
waking
fine.
up
It's
clearly?
not going to work. We all know what his spell with save DC
Yeah,
is.
sure. Yeah, actually, charm me. Go
I
on.
love that.
Charm me.
Yeah, go on.
Is that the other room? There's the Amaze Me room and the Charm Me room.
Yeah, that
He's
was
so good
that
in
was
there.
that was the crow room. We've already done that one.
Oh yeah.
the Trial of Charm. I don't roll for this. You roll, Johnny. It's
No, it's a wisdom saving throw.
here's
of
a
9.
wisdom saving throw of 9.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
There we go. Attack them! He says. They draw scimitars.
Oh no.
We all roll initiative.
We're all still hidden, right? Me, Fareed, and
Amelia.
Yep.
Amelia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got 23.
We still do initiative though, don't we?
Yes, please.
That
was
is
at Hang on. one second.
19.
So 23 missed. 19. Tim the
18.
11 for Fizz.
18 Fareed. 11 Fizz.
Dirty
and
20.
Dotted Twanto from
Dotted
Dotted Twanto. My mouth.
Oh, I had inspiration. I could have used that, couldn't I? I should have used
Yeah.
Poison crispy persuasion check.
that. I suppose it wouldn't have helped with. No, it wouldn't have helped because it was Johnny Roll. It's fine. I'll accept that none of my spells are useful in any circumstance.
I mean, they will be useful once you improve your stats.
Hmm. Oh yes,
That-
that might
counts
take
on me
a
improving
while.
my stats.
Missed on the mountain.
Okay, I cast sleep.
Again, eh?
5d8, please.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
It did, in fairness.
I really hope this hits. What the hook?
Hey now you. Hey
That's
now
a
stop
21.
Okay. So, two of them go to sleep. The leader and one of the flunkies go boom. Helm's like, and he's gonna rush you, miss, because it is his turn next.
So what? I ain't bothered.
Yeah, indeed. The others are asleep for basically 10 combat rounds.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
My life. What's your AC?
14.
Oh, he does hit you, in fairness.
Oh wow.
And he does 4 points of slashing
How
damage.
rude.
It's like, oh! You think it's beginner's luck. He goes like, and then it's like, oh! He's a bit like, I actually did that.
I'm rude for him now.
It bites into your upper arm, and you feel the blade cut in, and then he sort of, excuse me, pulls it out, and it's like, uh-oh, because he realises he's probably in a lot of trouble. Tin the Goblin, it's your go next.
Yeah. Tin the
No, it's not.
Goblin.
No, it's yes. It. Sorry, looking. Yes, it is. No, it is. Yes, it.
It
No,
does
it's
take-
Morbus's go. Whew.
All right.
Sorry, I was looking at an old duck with a different initiative order, and I
Excellent.
was like, there aren't red caps in this fight. Now
So-
I understand why.
To clarify something before I do this, we are near the door that the group just exited through, right? Because
Yes.
we were like I handed them the TM.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to cast Command, which has a wisdom for a saving throw of 9.
All right. That is a 15.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
oh.
Were you going to command him to go through the door?
I was going to or flee
Yeah.
by the shortest
Oh.
available route.
Either
So-
good, neither effective, I'm afraid. Do you want to do anything else as a minor action?
I can't remember what the minor actions are, to
Talk.
be honest.
Move out a bit. Talk.
I'd like to say something rude and abyssal, and that's it.
Oh. He's like, ah! He's not the most inspiring combatant, this guy. Tim the Goblin, it's your go.
Yeah.
Hang in there, cultist. Only 9 more rounds.
What is Tin the Goblin gonna do in a papoose?
In a papoose. In a papoose. He. In a papoose. In a papoose. He's.
He's gonna use.
What are you singing?
I thought you were doing
It's a
Gary
ring-
Newman.
Yeah, I thought you were doing cars.
Yeah,
No.
same.
Here in my papoose.
Yeah, that's what I
feel
thought.
Nothing at all.
Here in my papoose. I am relatively safe. I get bonus to stealth, and I can have a nap if I want a
Oh
nap.
man, I just realised that. Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Tim's like one of those kids who never naps. He just wants to be awake for everything. He's gonna use poison spray
Classic.
at this person in front of us.
Great.
It's a 10-foot range, but he's right in front of us, right?
That he is.
You need to make a con save of 12.
Con save of 12. That's a 4.
Now
right,
you roll
you
a 4.
you take 1d12 poison damage. Where is my... There you are. That is 9.
Oh, nice.
So I spray it right in his face.
Pretty
He
poisoned. Oh wow.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my goodness.
You basically,
Turns
you got him
green.
exactly right. Tim just kind of like goes, he just goes, and hits the deck. We're comfortably out of combat now.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
I mean, yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
Um,
goodness.
He just literally just went, died, gone.
Can I just like
Oh,
hover above the 2 guys with 2 balls and wait for them to wake up and then just hit them across the head to make sure that they stay up?
Sure, just roll me bowl damage.
Can I try and actually like slit their throats maybe or
Wait. Oh,
That's not very Dungeonbreaker.
Well, I mean, as much as I respect the bowl
I'm using an
callback,
actual weapon for its intended purpose.
that was cold.
you just poisoned someone to death.
I didn't poison anybody to death. I
Tim,
failed to cast
you
command.
know, he,
Chaos.
I don't think he intended to kill him.
Right,
how-
they're asleep, right? I want to kill them.
Wait,
Well, hang on a minute, because how hard did you hit them with bowls?
One of them was a 3,
God.
the other one was an 8.
Okay, so one of them is 1 hit point away from death. The other one is going to have an awful black eye when he wakes up in about 40 seconds.
Does it not cancel sleep when they're smashed over the face?
Yeah.
No, I was waiting for them.
Oh, it does in fairness.
No, I was waiting for them to wake up before I did that.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll go over and slit their throats.
like again. Huh?
Well then, what? Okay. Are you okay? So you're there waiting to smash them over the head with bowls. Fizz is going to go over and try and slit their throat.
Can
Oh
I
my goodness.
interrupt Fizz?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Sorry.
Whilst all this madness is going on, I would like to approach the hammer, the thing we're here for.
What? Oh, now hold on. Now hold on. You remember what happened last time?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Sure,
Yeah.
it'll be fun, you know.
Yeah,
I'd just like to just walk to the hammer and like. In my mind, it's like very Thor Hammer-esque, so I'd like to try
Yes.
and like, you know, in oh god, the second Avengers movie where they're all trying to pick up the hammer.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine it's like that kind of moment, like trying to get the hammer.
I'm like hovering a dagger above this sleeping man, like Fareed.
Okay. Yeah, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but yeah, let's resolve the sleeping guard, whether or not they're dying and who's killing them. Okay. So
I'm doing my absolute best to actually kill some people.
okay.
Like
Miss, unless you're going to stop him,
Yes, I'd like to
then he's
stop
just going to
him.
kill him.
Oh my god.
I just want to knock
How
him
are you-
out.
How are you doing this?
I think. Are you gonna try and slit their throat while they're still asleep?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, I'm hovering above them, and I see Fizz coming over, and I think what I'd like to do is put my front paws on the floor and like kick him to the side.
Okay, make me a strength athletics check.
Oh no.
What's your AC there, Fizz?
It's 12.
I got a 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't take any damage, but you get punted away. The guards are like, oh, what a day. Okay, they yes, they get knocked unconscious again. Sure, why not?
Can Morboss now walk up and be like, I've got an idea, and then look at Fizz and be like, don't worry, it's good fun.
I've been punted off into the distance, so I'm done. If you get killed by cultists, like, I'm not helping.
You're not far into the distance. You just sat on your bum 6 foot away.
All right, well that's distance for me. I'm small.
If Fizz is having a tanty, that's another.
Yeah, I'm having a tantrum.
That's
No
another-
taught me, I angy.
The door that the group went through, does it open inwards or outwards?
Outwards.
Okay, I would like to position the two unconscious guards by the crack of the door and attempt to open the
Oh,
door.
for God's sake!
You'll
From
just
round the
go
corner.
through more of us.
No, so that I'm not in the path of the crack of the door and the two unconscious guards get sucked into the door.
Okay,
and then
yeah,
they're
that's
dealt
how it's worked every other time we've gone through the doors. You get
Oh,
to choose
no.
who goes in. Yeah,
Okay.
that's...
with. Well, Tim, can I borrow some rope?
Yeah, of course you can. And
Okay.
Tim starts pulling out rope and does not stop. The rope just it don't stop coming.
like a magician.
I lash myself to the wheel of the door.
To the
Okay.
wheel of the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
see.
that I'm opening it, and it will open, suck the two guards in. I won't get sucked in because I'm either round the corner or lashed to it.
The door
Okay,
that spins at unconscionable speeds.
Yeah.
Fizz,
It's
let
canon
him do
now.
it. He's got to
That's-
make his own
This
mistakes.
is just
So-
me.
How-
This is just me as Wheels, just pointing out what's about to happen.
So you're kind of lashed to it. The way you've done it, actually, you're kind of holding on to it. Kind of like a Catherine wheel. You're holding on to it down there. So to get the door going, you have to build up a bit of momentum. And then you're like, here I go, whee! And you do one slow rotation, and then suddenly... you are unbelievably sick. Like, you just turn into a Catherine wheel and vomit.
It's like the roving Muller, but their legs are made of stick.
The door swings open. You see the roving Mauler is sort of like going around. You see the ringmaster there with his whip in the air, waiting for these new recruits, going, "Amaze me, Jesus Christ!" As he sees you just bundering endlessly. The two cultists are sucked into this room. The door slams shut, and eventually you stop spinning, Morboss. You feel absolutely dreadful. All of the blood has gone to your feet. They are tingly, they feel swollen. You're not sure if you're going to be able to get your shoes off before tomorrow. Anyway.
Tim's gonna say to Warboss, yeah, see, I was doing that earlier. You didn't seem very happy about it, but apparently now being sick is a new thing, I suppose.
Morboss goes to reply and just chunders straight on the floor.
Better out than in, I always say.
Back over at the quest item, Faris, you have put your hands on this hammer. The hammer is unbelievably big. Like, you remember how large the chisel was. It is the hammer for that chisel, so it's huge. But again, touching it, you feel like there is a magic you can sort of attune to, and you can will it down into a smaller size if you just think it.
Cool. I'm gonna think real hard about it being tiny, like
Okay.
so that I can just pocket it. You know.
There is you have. Oh no, it does go. It doesn't shrink down according to the size you want. Unfortunately, it's got two modes: hilariously big and sort of like Mjolnir-esque.
Yeah, I want a Mjolnir.
You find yourself standing there and you're like, this is a very big hammer. This hammer is obviously very magical, and it is what we need to help these people get home. We just need to find a way to get back out of this place and back to Yeenagu without dying. Will they manage it? We'll have to find out next time on Dungeonbreaker. Thank you, I think, to everyone playing for another delightful instalment of this game that doesn't even know what the rails are, let alone how to stay on them. Thank you to everybody who has watched. If you want to catch up on any of the previous episodes to refresh your memory, or because you took the bold choice and watched this one first, you can find them all on youtube.com/Dicebreaker. It's the channel you're already watching. You can also go to dicebreaker.com for lots of great articles, including ones about D&D and other tabletop role-playing games. You can go to dicebreaker.myshopify.com for some astounding merchandise. And Dean Abdu, where can they find you?
Hello, you can find me on Twitter, which is @thedeanabdu, and also on Twitch, which is the Super Arab, and just dotted around all the various other Reed Pop brands.
So go play hide and go find Dean Abdu on the internet. It's a great game. Do like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from Dungeonbreaker, but most importantly, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week. Have a lovely day.
Bye.